Okay, so the news broke on the internet the other day that apparently Apple plans on releasing a VR headset sometime in the near future. And my guess is that aside from making more money, the Apple headset's supposed to compete with the likes of the Oculus Quest 3 along with the PlayStation VR 2, which, by the way, are expensive as it is because I believe the Oculus Quest 3 is like $500 and the PlayStation VR 2 is like $550. But the rumor is that the Apple VR headset is going to be like $3,000 and it requires like a separate battery pack or something. And I'm reading this and I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is going to pay that kind of money for that? Now, I get that, Apple is pretty much like their own brand and they do their own things and they don't sell in retailers like Walmart and stuff like that, but like Apple has had a lot of they've been getting a lot of bad press within the past couple of years. And some of the press that I'm talking about is like the ones concerning, like, I guess, class action suits against them for like the quality of their MacBooks. Like, people have had issues with like the keys, sticking up and all that stuff, and I guess the keys breaking and all that stuff. And a lot of people are very upset. And of course, if you have I guess, Apple Care with them or whatever, you're all set, but still, it's very frustrating. And this has been especially true with the older models, anything from like 2015 to like 2017 or 2018. It seems like those MacBooks are starting to fall apart, or maybe, the model of those computers is just inferior compared to what they're rolling out now. But either way, that's one of the issues they've had. I believe Apple had clashed with Epic Games a couple of years back. It's just Apple has basically been getting into trouble for like, I don't know, for just like simple reasons, like, employee related, stuff related to their products and all that stuff. But at the same time, Apple is something that it's something that people can't get enough of. I mean, people like to buy their products and stuff like that because they feel like it's better than the standard PC they can get at Walmart or Best Buy or what have you. And as far as Apple is concerned and the VR headset is concerned, the rumor has it that the VR headset could be 3 times as powerful and advanced than anything else on the market. So it'll be well worth every penny that you pay for it, if anybody is willing to pay for it, because the cost of gaming has gone up dramatically, and a lot of people feel like $500 for a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X is expensive as it is. And not to mention, more video game companies are adding microtransactions and all that stuff in their games, which is something that I honestly think is driving people away from gaming in general. And I think Apple's trying to take advantage of the fact that more people are becoming, PC users, because it's more convenient, and it seems like cloud-based gaming is the future. More people are streaming and downloading games nowadays, and don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of people who purchase, game consoles, and they buy, CD discs and stuff like that to play video games, but that's something that can eventually become obsolete within the next decade or so. And I do feel that $3,000 for their VR headset is something that, I mean, it's something that I don't think too many people are going to really be interested in, considering the way the economy is doing right now. But at the same time, I mean, virtual reality has not caught on just yet. You know what I mean? Because I know Sony, for the most part, seem like they've had the most luck in terms of popularity in relation to virtual reality in general. And I do feel that VR headsets have to be something that people consider to be a reasonable price for them to want to buy it, And the thing is, the PlayStation, VR, and then the Oculus Quest, they've, those brands have been around for a couple of years now. And I know Apple kind of wants to get involved in, the whole VR experience and all that stuff, but at the same time, you have to offer a price that people are willing to pay, something that people think is reasonable. Because, like with PlayStation VR, there were certain games that were compatible with that you can play, and the same could be said with Oculus Quest as well. And the thing is, like, what games would you be able to play with the Apple virtual reality headset once it's released? And by the way, the release of Apple's VR headset. It's supposed to take place sometime before the end of 2023, but I don't think the official release date has been announced just yet. But I do feel that, like, for the most part, I do feel that this is something that could catch on. But the thing is, we have to know almost everything there is to know about it, because I've been reading things like that the Apple VR headset may require users to either, I guess, use or download an app for extensive like software features and stuff like that. And hopefully that's not something that you would have to pay for, because if so, I'm pretty sure that's going to be something that's going to be a hard pass to many people in general.